Hi, how's it going, everybody? Um, I don't want to preface this any longer. I want to talk about the Bible. I want to talk about God. I want to talk about how His ways are different from our ways. I want to use the example of Jesus speaking to the crowd of, I believe, 2,000, and when He used the loaves of two fish and like five barley loaves. So one of the things I found to be pretty interesting is that, he multiplied these barley loaves. Now, from what we understand the concept of multiplication. Two times two, is four. Two times three is six. It is the ability to. It's kind of. It's not like exponents, but just the concept of multiplication is essentially like increase in measure. So I thought to myself how interesting that is that we understand the concept of multiplication, but with Jesus in this instance, he applied human wisdom, human knowledge, and used it in an unorthodox way. So when we think God is holy, right? I picture in my mind holiness to be a moral good, a moral excellence. But holiness doesn't really mean that per se. God is morally excellent and essentially perfect, but what God means in terms of Him being holy is set apart. And another word for set apart is unique. And so when I hear that God's ways are not our ways, I'd say God's ways are extremely unique. So imagine the concept of multiplication. Now imagine throughout Jesus' ministry, he's been doing seemingly impossible things in regards to what we understand is possible and impossible. But when Jesus used the ways in which we understand but unorthodox, so weird and different, God has a way of showing His holiness in which He uses things that are so abnormal, so different, so weird, even, and changes the fabric of our understanding, which is essentially when God says in what is it, Proverbs 2 or something, uh, or Psalm 23, I believe. I might be thinking about the shepherd's prayer, but essentially, do not lean on your own understanding. Take into account all His ways. Um, it's a call for humility, but I want to accentuate that God's ways are so unique that our concepts and understandings of what God is expected to do is far beyond and far different and far unexpected of what we think He should do or will do. So I want to just drive that home that in respect to God's will and His holiness, um, and that He has complete autonomy to decide what He wants to do, He has ways that are different from ours, and not only far more intelligent than ours, but far more creative than ours as well. So God is holy, right? So that means God does not only what He wants, but uniquely how He wants to do it. So humble yourselves and bear witness to God's magnificence and glory and excellence because He is holy.